how we entered. That's not how they entered. We entered more or less the way of the people of Jerusalem. Of Jerusalem. But Jesus is not of Jerusalem. His disciples are not from, most of them are saying, okay? People who came from the Galilee, they're not from Jerusalem. People who came from the south are not from Jerusalem. Well, and they are the majority. And they are the majority who came on the pilgrimage. Where is their entrance? Right? Because only from here, when you go to the house of God, you are going
Ascending.
you are ascending. Have you looked at the shape of those stairs? Very unique, very unusual. That's not the way you build stairs normally. Why? Look at the space between here and here, wide, and look at the space between here and here, small. Why so? They did not want you to run up the stairs. They want you to walk and take time to stop and think where you are, and take another and pose, and take another and pose, and take another one and pose. Where do they start to walk? Right from the pool of Siloam, the majority. Why? They need to immerse, and they need to make the right preparation. After all, they're going to the house of God. And therefore, for many of them, this was the way. Not for all. The people of Jerusalem have their own way. The pilgrimage, the people who came from other parts of the country, that was their way. Look at this arch, right there. Pull this arch. This wall was not here, people. Ignore that wall. It was not here. This is an arch to show you one of the entrances. Look at other arches. People, look at me. Look at other arches. How many? How huge and wide is this place? Let me tell you. If you have to choose one place, listen to my words and listen carefully. One, I'm not saying there was only one, I'm saying if you have to choose one, to say, where did he walk for sure? I'm not saying others are incorrect, hear me right?
Yes.
This is for sure the place. There is no other way. He had to walk here to go to the temple. You remember the mosque?
Yeah.
People, look at the mosque. You are right at the mosque. That's the mosque at Aqsa. Remember I told about the other building that they did? It's right there. I mean, if I can dig through. And that was the way to go. That was the way. You build yourself up, and you need to remember you are going up physically, but you're also going up spiritually. Don't forget. Probably the day of Pentecost, this is where they gather all the people. They talk about thousands of people. They can be accommodated in many other places. Probably this is the place where it happened, the baptism of the so many that you read about in the scriptures. But let me share with you one more thing.
This used to be the way into the temple, the way that Jesus would have walked into the temple. But now it is the backside of the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
He came this way. Let me tell you what he said when he was walking those stairs up. That's what he said. He said the few steps that I took here, in this place, to me, was more meaningful than the one that I took on the I don't want to talk much. I don't think we need to talk much. I just want to tell you that Jerusalem started down there below the mosque. The city of David is below the mosque, is where we are going now. It started over there. We are going to read soon how Jerusalem started. Not only you will read, you will see where Jerusalem started. Because you will go all the way down to the valley by the pool of Siloam, which is near a spring that is called Gihon, where David had actually established his capital city. And I'll say one word because I don't want to spoil the story of my friend who's going to tell you something. On purpose, it was Jerusalem. On purpose. Not only is the place of God according to scripture, practicality, don't forget that word. Jerusalem is like Washington, D.C. It is not in the land of Judah, nor it's in the land of Benjamin. It is exterritorial. And if you want to be the king of all the tribes, and you don't want to be accused of being in favor or in disfavor, You are picking a place, and I'm only talking about the practical side. I'm not touching other sides, because you're going to hear about them. We need to understand practicality. Why David will choose this place to be his capital, because he moved it from Hebron after he was a king in Hebron for 7 years. He became king of Jerusalem for 33 years. And I'm sure you heard the number 33 before.
Yes.
Okay? I don't want to say more. To where? No, and this, Hulda is one. Hulda is one. I don't remember the names of the other. But that's for sure Hulda's gate. Okay, it's going to the temple. To the temple. There are other gates, but this is one of the main gates. I'm not sure. Probably the other one on that side. I'm not sure exactly. But for sure, that's the main gate. There's no doubt. Now, I want to say this much to you, and I want to give you some time. I want to give you some time to walk up the stairs. Just imagine you're a pilgrim, and you follow him from the garden. But there is a question each and every one of us need to ask. And nobody can tell you what's in your heart. Remember Samuel when he went to Bethlehem. He was very scared to go to Bethlehem. And God was telling him, the man sees to the eye, but only God sees to the heart. Only God knows what's in your heart. Nobody else. But you need to ask yourself a question. Individual question. Where are you standing in your relationship to the Almighty? Ask. It's a question. I want to give you a few minutes. Just walk up those stairs and imagine that you are here. And imagine you are gathered here on a certain feast, maybe coming with him when he made his final week in Jerusalem. Excellent.
That entire hillside over there is a cemetery going back a long, long time. We'll be up there tomorrow, somewhere very close to it. I'm hoping to actually get some up-close video from my YouTube channel. That would be real interesting, wouldn't it? That's tomorrow.